We still live on YouTube too. Hey y'all, we to the world right now. Everybody out there, say what's up to the world.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today.
YouTube, internet, how you guys doing today? I said, how you guys doing today? Let's have some fun. One time. Now, I hope that God decides the time to work. If the people decide to walk with them, regardless of pitchfork, cosigns up jump. Make sure the sound man doesn't cop block the drums. The snare knocking the air right out of your lungs. And those words be that oxygen. Just breathe, amen. Regardless of a Satan. Felt like I got signed today that I got an agent. Got an iTunes check, shit with a parent. About damn time I got it in my basement. About damn time I got around the country. In these stages, I was made a slave of 10,000 hours. I'm so damn close I can taste it. I was about to glamour to the Bowie meets Kanye shit. This is dedication. I like to live, the artist never a life wasted. 10,000. Put those hands up. We put them up to the sky. This is our evening. This is our night. I don't know about you, but me, I feel alive. You too. Welcome to the heist. This is my world. This is my arena. The TV told me something different, I didn't believe it. I stand here in front of you today, all because of an idea. I could be who I wanted if I could see that potential. And I know that one day I'ma be him. Put the gloves on, spar with my ego. Everyone's greatest obstacle, I beat them. Celebrate that achievement, got some attachments and baggage I'm actually working on to see. I observed Usher, I love Basquiat, I watch Keith Haring. You see, I study art. The greats weren't great because it birthed and it paint. The greats were great because they paint a lot. I will not be a statistic. Please let me be. No child left behind, that's the American scheme. I make my living out the words, do what I love for work. Got around 980 on my SATs. Take that system, what you expect. Generation of kids choosing level blood test. You put those hours in and look at what you get. Nothing that you can hold, but everything that it is. Come on, let's go. We put them up to the sky. This is our evening. This is our night. I don't know about you, but me, I feel alive. Internet, welcome to the heist. It's the people show. It all fades away. That's what I'm like. Ben leaves the stage. Be one of the only one when there's no encore today. Cause the moment is now. Can't get it back from the grave. Part of the show. It all fades away. Lights go to black. Band leaves the stage. We wanted the encore, but there's no encore today. There's no moment is now. Can't get it back from the grave. Yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? I said a hell yeah. Good to see you guys, man. Welcome to my living room. This would be awesome if I lived here. I just had a fog machine on all the time. So sexual. Nah, it's good to be here. It's good to see you guys. You guys are the winners. You guys are the lucky ones. Awesome. We're here. My name is Macklemore. This is Owar Rungo on the trumpet. This is Ryan Lewis on the ones and twos. And we came here to play a couple songs and rock with you guys. And they gave us YouTube tube socks. We don't get money, we get tube socks, which is the only thing better than money. All right, let's get into it. I see that you guys all have phones. Everyone's just like, I could watch this on YouTube later, but nah, I'm recording this now. Cool, well, maybe you guys have seen this video. It's been around on YouTube lately, this next song, and it's about buying secondhand clothes.
Hey, Macklemore.
Let's get into it.
Shopping.
What?
Say what? I can't hear you. Say hey, oh, come on. A little louder. Say hey, oh, come on. You ready? Go. From a thrift shop, the ice in the frames, so damn frosty, the people like, damn, that's a cold ass honky. Over there, hella deep, headed to the mezzanine, just in all pink, set my gator shoes, those are green, draped in the leopard mink, girl standing next to me, probably should've washed this, smells like all colored sheets, piss. But it was 99 cents. Hopping and watching the doctor go and get some compliments. Passing on those moccasins, someone else has been rocking it. But me and grungy fucking. I am stunting and flossing and saving my money. And I'm hella happy, that's a bargain, bitch. I'ma take a grandpa style. No, for real, ask your grandpa, can I have this hand-me-downs? Velour jumpsuit and some house slippers. Dookie brown leather jacket that I found. Yeah. They had a broken keyboard. I bought a broken keyboard. I bought a ski blanket. Then I bought a keyboard like, hello, my ace man, my mellow John Wayne. Got nothing on my friend's game, hell no. I can take some pro wings, make them cool, sell notes, and sneak ahead to be like, hands up. Whoa.
I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
What you know about rocking the wolf on your noggin? What you knowin' about wearing a fur fox skin? I'm digging, I'm searching right through that luggage. One man's trash, that's another man's come up. Thinking granddad, filling in that plaid button up shirt. Right now I'm up in her skirt. I've been thinking, well, you can find me in the biz. I'm not stuck on searching in the section heads. Grandma, your auntie, your mama, your mammy. I'll take those flannels, zebra jammies, secondhand, and rock that motherfucker. They built a onesie with the socks on that motherfucker. I hit the party and they stop in that motherfucker. They be like, oh, that Gucci, that's hella tight. I'm like, yo, that's $50 for a t-shirt. Limited edition, let's do some simple edition. $50 for a t-shirt, that's just some ignorant bitch. Shit, I call that getting swindled and bitch. I call that getting tricked about this. This, that shit, tell her no. And having the same one, 6 of the people in this club, hella dope. Pete gang, come take a look through my telescope. Trying to get girls from the brand, man, you hella low. Man, you hella low. Man, you hella low.
I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket. thrift shop down the road. I'll wear your granddad's clothes. I look incredible. I'm in this big ass coat from that thrift shop down the road. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a comer. This is fucking awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the king of the thrift shop, my uncle, Was. He's single, ladies.
What about you?
I'm not, but Wands is. He can have sex for me. Take that off the internet. So, have you guys heard of our music before? Awesome. This next song is, to me, probably the most important song that I've ever written for me personally. In Washington State, something called, some Washington people here? Awesome. Something called Referendum 74 passed last month. And what that means is that same-sex couples in Washington now have the exact same rights as any other couple to marry the person that they want to marry. It shows a lot of things, but for me, it shows equality, it shows progression, it shows humanity evolving. And the song is about that equality, and it's called Same Love. Let's go. I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay, 'cause I could draw, my uncle was, and I kept my room straight. I told my mom, tears rushing down my face, she's like, Ben, you've loved girls since before pre-K, tripping. I guess she had a point, didn't she? Bunch of stereotypes all in my head. I remember doing the math, like, yeah, I'm good at Little League. A preconceived idea of what it all meant for those that like the same sex. Had the characteristics, the right-wing conservatives think it's a decision, and you can be cured with some treatment and religion. Man-made rewiring of a predisposition, playing God. Oh, now here we go. America the brave still fears what we don't know. God loves all his children. It's somehow forgotten, but we paraphrase a book written 3,500 years ago. I don't know.
And I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. And I can't change, even if I tried.
I would think hip-hop hates me. Have you read the YouTube comments lately? Man, that's gay. Gets dropped on a daily. We become so numb to what we're saying. A culture founded from oppression. No, we don't have acceptance for them. Call each other faggots behind the keys of a message board. A word rooted in hate, yet our genre still ignores it. Gay is synonymous with the lesser. The same hate that's caused wars from religion, gender, skin color, the complexion of your pigment. The same fight that led people to walkouts and sit-ins. It's human rights for everybody. There is no difference. Live on and be yourself. When I was in church, they taught me something else. If you preach hate at the service, those words aren't anointed. That holy water that you soak in has been poisoned. When everyone else more comfortable remaining voiceless rather than fighting for humans that have had their rights stolen. I might not be the same. That's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it. New York City, let's go. Progress march on with the veil over our eyes. We turn our back on the cause till the day that my uncles can be united by law. Kids that walk around the hallway plagued by pain in their heart. The world's so hateful, some would rather die than be who they are. And a certificate on paper isn't gonna solve it all, but it's a damn good place to start. No law is gonna change us. We have to change us. Whatever God you believe in, we come from the same one. Struggle with the fear. Underneath it's all the same love. About time that we raised up.
I can't change. Even if I try. Even if I wanted to. And I can't change. Even if I try. Even if I wanted to. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is kind. Not crying on love is patient. Not crying on love is kind. I'm not crying on love is patient.
If you believe in equality for all human beings all over the world, let me see you put one in the sky like this.
Not crying on love is cause I'm not crying on love is patient. Love is kind.
Thank you, New York. Appreciate you guys. The song is called Starting Over. Those 3+ years I was so proud of, and I threw them all away for 2 styrofoam cups. The irony, everyone will think that he lied to me. Made my sobriety so public there's no fucking privacy. If I don't talk about it, then I carry a date, a 08-10-08. But now it's been changed, and when they put me in some boxes, saying that I never was, just a false prophet that never came. Or will they think that everything that I've written has all been fake? Or will I just take my slip to the grave? What the fuck are my parents gonna say? The success story that got his life together and changed. And you know what pain looks like when you tell your dad you relapsed and look him directly into his face. The seat on your shoulders deceivingly heavy weight. I've been seeing tears like this on my girl in a while. The trust that I once built have been betrayed. But I'd rather live telling the truth than be judged for my mistakes than falsely held up. Props loved and praised, I guess. I gotta get this on the page. Feeling, singing helpless, lost the compass where self is. I know what I gotta do, and I can't help it. One day at a time is what they tell us. Now I gotta find a way to tell them. God help. Yeah. One day at a time is what they tell us. Now I gotta find a way to tell them. Let's go.
We fall so hard. Now we gotta get back up and
They said I was the music they listened to when they first got clean. Now look at me, a couple days sober. I'm fighting demons back up that meeting on the east side, shaking, tweaking, hope that they don't see it. Hope that no one is looking, that no one recognizes that failure under that hoodie. It's posted in the back with my hands crossed, shook it. They call on me, I'm passing. If they talk to me, I'm looking out that door. Before I can make it, somebody stops me and says, are you back for more? Maybe this isn't the place or time. I just wanted to say that. If it wasn't for other side, I wouldn't have made it. I just look down at the ground and say thank you. She tells me she has 9 months, that she's so grateful. Tears in her eyes, looking like she's gonna cry. Fuck, I barely got 48 hours, treated like I'm some wise monk. I wanna tell her I relapsed, but I can't. I just shake her hand and tell her congrats. I get back to my car, I think I'm tripping there, cause God on the other side, that pen was in my hand. I'm just a flawed man, man, I fucked up. Like so many others, I just never thought I would. Thought I would, didn't pick up the book, doing it by myself, didn't turn out that good. If I could be an example of getting sober, then I could be an example of starting over. If I could be an example of getting sober, then I could be an example of starting over. We fall so hard, now we gotta get back up and hard. If I could be an example of getting sober, then I could be an example of starting over. If I could be an example of getting sober, then I could be an example of starting over. Thank you guys. Guys making me sweat and shit. They don't give us enough socks for this. I just need one more pair. I'll do one more song. So thank you guys again for coming. This is awesome. YouTube is awesome. They have been the platform for us to reach our fans, and that is the most important thing. As a musician in 2012, going into 2013, is a way to directly connect your art to the people. And there's not a better platform than YouTube. So we appreciate the opportunity. Appreciate you guys all coming out for, putting your hands up and pretending like this is some crazy show, even though feels more like a sex den than anything in this room. But we're going to do one more song, and then we're going to get into a little question and answer thing with the homie B.Dot. And keep it pushing. You guys ready? There's going to be some crowd surfing here. You guys all strong? My man, the Brooklyn Net. You got us? All right, cool. Cool. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. Okay. Turn to the map. What it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking into him and get up. First shot, rocking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Like Baki Kaji, spin a game, nope, y'all can't copy it. Bad, we're walking. This here is a party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all with grown music. I shed my skin, put my bones into everything. I'm recording to it, and yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bunker Suke, Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft, stick around for those pounds. I do that to pass the torch and put on from my town. Trust me, I'm my INDEPENDENT shit hustling. Chasing dreams, I was 14 with a 4-track busting. Halfway past that city with the back, crushing. Labels out here, and they can't tell me nothing. We get that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to YouTube. Spread it across the country.
York, put your hands
up.
This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over.
So we put our hands up.
Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Say what?
Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Come on.
This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over.
So we put our hands up.
Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Let's go.
Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Now, can I kick it? Thank you. Yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts. That's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me. Go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat. You can give a little speed to a great like shuck on shuck. We ball till I go hot. Gone deuces goodbye. I got a world to see. Girl, she wanna see bone. Seems I'll make you a believer now. Never ever did it for the phone. That revelation comes from giving it back to the people now. Sing a song. It goes like, raise those hands. This is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. Got my city right behind me. And I thought you got me like for that failure. Can't humility. Then we keep marching. That's so.
This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over.
And so we put our hands up.
Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Say what?
Like the ceiling can't hold us.
You ready? Everybody jump. Jump. Jump, 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 jump. Put our hands up.
Like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
I need everybody to get as close together as you possibly can. Closer. Closer.
YouTube, you ready? Let's go. Come on. And all my people say. And all my people say. And all my people say. What's his name? That's what.
This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Say what?
Like the ceiling can't hold us. This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Say what?
Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ray Dalton. I walked on your hands. I walked on your hands. I didn't think I was going to do that. That was awesome. You two, give it up for yourselves. You guys were incredible. You were spontaneous. You were brave. You were pretty. And you guys were fucking awesome. Thank you so much for coming out today. One more time, make some noise for the salt and the swag on the trumpet. Orunga. And give it up for the backbone of this music, one of the greatest producers in the game today. Ryan, Little King, Lewis. My name is Macklemore. I love you guys. Question and answers coming up next. Much love. Peace.
What's going on, New York City? Shark Face Gang's in the house. Oh, man. Oh, that was a hell of a performance, man. Just made yourself a workout and everything. Mac, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm having a coughing fit.
Well, you ain't got no home training. You always jumping around on places.
I know. It's bad.
You're going to break your neck one day, man. Have a seat. Stay a week. Ryan, what's going on? How you doing, man? Chilling, man.
What up, what up?
You're going to break your neck one day, man. You got insurance, though, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, how does it feel, man?
It feels good, man. We've been on the road for like 2 months, 2.5 months.
In 6 years.
In 6 years. So, you know, we're tired, but it's good. It's good to be in New York City. It's good to be here, going into the holidays, get to go home soon. So we're at like the final stage of kind of this last 2.5 month block of just craziness.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Ryan, how about you?
Man, I'm feeling the same way. I think we did 72 shows or something crazy. So yeah, the Heist World Tour is technically done, and it's fun to do stuff like this. And I'm looking forward to Christmas.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you guys have been, like you said, been on the road. You've done big venues like you guys at homecoming concert in Seattle was what, 7,500 people?
7,500, yeah.
Now you guys here at YouTube doing apartment-style performances?
Yeah.
This is like a 2-bedroom in Brooklyn right here, man. Shout out to this place. Right. So what's next up, man? What's the next? So you said you guys, Christmas is coming up. Are you guys going to be on the road for that, or?
No, we're going to be home.
Okay.
Thank God. You know, we're going to Hawaii for New Year's to do a show.
Oh, wow.
And then we're doing a bunch.
So were you going to get laid in Hawaii to do a...
I see what you did there. It all depends on my girlfriend if we're fighting or not. But no, we're going to go to Hawaii. We're going to do a show and kick it for a couple days. And then I'm going to go down to Cali for like a month and just...
Nice. Cali in the house?
And live and write for a second and get some sunshine. And because I'm a pale honky. B.Dot.
You're very cool, though.
And what that means is this time of the year we start looking like death. So it's important
blending
to go
in with the snow.
Yeah, blending in with the snow, and it's important to go to California every once in a while and take some time. And I just need to recuperate, get centered, and continue. And we're gonna go to Australia and New Zealand right after that.
Good day, Mike.
Yeah, right. Good day. So, yeah, it's crazy. Thrift Shop is #1 in New Zealand and Australia right now.
That's amazing.
So,
Make some noise for that. Word. Ryan, what are you going to do in this off season, man? Are you going to still make some beats? What are you going to do, man? Jump off a couch?
My vacation is building a new studio. So, no, I'm going to go back, get back into the studio. It's weird being a producer and being away from your studio for like 2 or 3 months. So I'm excited to get back and start working towards the next project.
How often do you guys see each other? Is it often? How does
Every
that work?
day.
Every day.
Every day.
Like it or not.
So even during the off time, are you guys still bouncing back ideas and songs? And how does that work, that dynamic?
There hasn't really been any off time in like the last 3 years.
Like, when was that?
So, we pretty much been together every day for the last 3 years.
Amazing. You guys are like a married couple. So, this little album you got called The Heist. Have you guys ever heard of it, The Heist? I actually have a copy right here in my secret compartment. We'll get that in a second. But let's talk about The Heist. Let's talk about how the impact of that album in the game right now. When it came out, what was your expectations for that album?
On a musical level, you hope that the people connect with it. Mm-hmm. You hope that they get something from it. You hope that it meets the fans that have been riding with you's expectations.
Right.
The last thing you want to do is get a lot of momentum going into an album and then have people let down.
Right.
So that was the first thing that we did was stream the album on NPR. And that was essentially like our album coming out. And I don't think that we didn't really know that. We thought that it would be like NPR folks, like, you had to be like 45 plus and have a Subaru to like know about the heist link, and that just wasn't the case.
Right.
It was like the NPR posted it, and our album was out.
Wow.
So, immediately there was really good feedback coming back, and I think that was a big reason why the album did so well the first week in terms of sales is because people were connecting with the album. And you hope for that. You don't want to expect it, but you hope for it. And that was definitely pleasant surprise to see the people's reaction. And then, we thought that we would do anywhere between 20, 25, and low 30s in terms of first week sales.
You would have been happy with that?
Yeah, I would have been very happy with that. And we did 78,000 first week. So
wow, make some noise for that. Who beat you guys out again for number one spot on
Mumford and Sons.
Mumford and Sons.
Fucking Mumford and Sons.
Mumford.
But also on the album, you guys kept certain records that have been out for a while.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Can't Hold Us. It's actually my favorite record, the record you just performed. What was the decision to hold that record and put it back on the Heist?
I think, I think like a lot, Wings is also had been out for a long time.
I was going to get to that, right?
I think that,
damn.
I think that even back then we were working on the album. I think we just ended up spending 3 years on it, and it's not like, I think in the current, atmosphere of people's attention span and putting up a new song every week, I think that you're scared that those songs are going to be too old, but I think in reality, we just spent a really, really long time making the album, and those happened to be the first songs that we made.
Wow. And you also had it placed in a beer commercial, which I saw on YouTube for the first time, just Googling. And I said, wait a second, this isn't a Miller ad? This is crazy. It was in Ireland?
It was in Europe, I think, in general, which was cool. I think that any time your music is used for advertising or whatever, you're always like, I hope this isn't stupid. And the commercial was kind of like, this is kind of dope. Yeah. It was like a light beam going through the world, and it's crazy.
Then it was in a Madison Square Garden for the Knicks, and Macklemore wearing a Bulls jersey. The irony.
I haven't seen the Madison Square Garden commercial.
Oh, okay.
I keep clicking the link on Rap Radar, and it's
not working on Rap Radar?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, boy, we got to get that. Elliot, let's fix that. Yeah. Then also, we have Wings, which is another favorite record of mine. Has Nike come up with some Jordans, or has Air Jordan reached out to you guys and just get you a bunch of fours? Is that your favorite sneaker?
Yes.
The fours?
It was when I wrote that song.
Okay.
I don't know. I shift back and forth, but have they come? No, Nike's been really cool to us.
Okay. Because the video looks like a commercial.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of a Zia Mahajajaspi, who directed the video, wanted to make a video that played off of all the old Spike Lee commercials.
Wow.
So if you look at a lot of those scenes, they're based off of Spike Lee Nike commercials that were made in the late 80s, 90s.
Right.
So,
it was shot really nice. It wasn't like on an iPhone or anything like that. It was.
No, it was a droid, man. It was crazy.
It was a droid.
Nah. He took a really long time to do it, to shoot it,
right.
And we put a lot of time and energy into it. He's an amazing director, and it came out very cinematic.
Yeah, it's needless to say. Then you guys also have Same Love on here, and got you on Ellen DeGeneres. You guys wow, make some noise for Ellen. How did that happen? Signed artists, you guys are independent, going on Ellen DeGeneres. How does this happen? Then you guys with Jimmy Fallon last night. What's going on, man?
Ellen, she just looks like my mom. So she hit me up and was like, yo, son, come rap. No, their people contacted our people, kind of the way it starts, but she ended up being super cool, really down to earth, and is a huge advocate of the song, obviously from her background, but it came at a really pivotal time because Referendum 74, like I talked about, was up the following week after we were on the show. So it was a great little last-minute push in terms of publicity in Referendum 74 for Washington State to pass. So that was really cool, and she was just really humble and sweet, and she called me a week later after the show and checked in on something. So she's been awesome.
You got any hot soccer mom numbers after that or something like that?
Yes.
And another record I want to talk about is Jimmy Iovine. That's actually my favorite record on the album. Got a lot of favorite albums, right? Let's talk about that. Jimmy Iovine, has he heard it, reached out?
Jimmy has Jimmy. I talk about him
Jimmy.
like I know him. Jimbo.
That
Jimmy,
guy.
you bastard. Jimmy, yes, he has heard it.
And Jamie Iovine, just for those who don't know, is the president of Interscope Records,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I heard you played it for Jimmy.
Oh, well, that's a rumor.
Okay.
I was going to play for Jimmy, but I thought he was going to, like, smack with a pair of Beats by Dre, so
He probably would. That was a smart
I
call.
decided not to.
I have heard that Jimmy has heard it.
Okay.
Actually, I heard that Ellen played it for Jimmy Iovine.
Wow.
Yeah, no joke.
That's not a rumor.
That's not a rumor.
That's true.
That's
truth.
That's from Ellen. Yeah. So, but he had heard it, I think, before that. Maybe, I'm not sure exactly. But Jimmy's been really cool about it. You know, I think that he at first wanted to get the intention behind the record.
Right.
And when he heard that it wasn't a diss, that it wasn't, you know, anything personal against him, that it was more just kind of like talking about the industry, and he was the representation of the industry in the song, I don't think that he took it personally.
Was it based on personal experience?
It was based on, not with Interscope and not with Jimmy Iovine,
Okay.
but in terms
bunch
of
of other people.
in terms of going in and talking to people, talking to labels and having conversations, and just kind of the overall feeling that you get when you go into these buildings that you've really built up in your head your whole life. I mean, for me, wanting to be a musician was like, I'm going to get signed to a record label one day. And like, you have this idea of what their offices look like, and you know what's going on behind the scenes, and all these
Ferrari,
yeah,
and
all
gold
that,
and-
yeah, all that. And you get into these offices and they look,
like
you know,
this.
and they're dead. It's like a ghost town in there. And, that was really interesting to me, to walk into these places that you kind of hold so high and mighty in your mind, and that's not the current state of the
It's
major
like your
label
favorite
industry.
rappers changing the light bulb at the record label,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
What has there ever been a situation or an instance at a record label where you just heard the most outrageous thing? Like, you can't be serious. Ryan?
Yeah, when they talk to you about what they're gonna offer,
Oh, man.
and you're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Anything that comes to mind?
I mean, nothing that I could really.
Nah, you don't put no one on blast.
Yeah, I don't
On
want to put
YouTube.
anybody on blast, but there's been some outrageous things
Nah, I
for
can
sure.
just imagine. What's your favorite song on the album?
Can I see it?
Go ahead. We're gonna give this away at the end of at the end of the broadcast.
I mean, each
No, we're not.
song,
That's
each
fine.
song for me is a different moment. And being the writer of these records, each one, you know, there's ones that are really heavy
Right.
to me. I think for what it's for what it means to culture, and for the people's lives who it's impacted, I think that Same Love is
Right.
probably my favorite record that I wrote. Starting Over is a very emotional record for me personally. And I mean, you love them all for different reasons. You know, I love.
It's like picking your favorite kid.
Yeah. It's Jared.
How about you, Ryan?
Man, I think I empathize with just the fact that some of these are old and some of these are really recent. So it's kind of like going to play a show. Your favorite song to play live is probably changing every 6 months. But I think maybe Can't Hold Us. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Varies on the day.
But Can't Hold Us, I don't know. I made the first version of Can't Hold Us, the beat, in 2007.
Really?
And we always bumped it for like probably 2 or 2.5 years. We'd kind of come back to it before we actually made the song. And it was always like that soccer anthem.
Right.
Like, this could be crazy, man. And then finally we actually made a song. But
Ryan was always like, "Right to that shit, man. Right to that." I was like, "Yeah, I got this." I had no idea how to write to that
It's a
beat.
monster.
Yeah, it's a monster, and I knew that it, you know, had such a big potential just in terms of it sounded like some anthemic stadium music, and he finally just kept pushing me towards the instrumental, and it finally clicked.
Great. So now that you guys are big shot rap stars, Macklemore, see your watch, see your gold chain.
Yeah, this is from Walmart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, huge rap stars.
Low prices.
Yeah.
What has changed the most? Is it can you walk down the street now? You know, do people recognize you or?
Mm-hmm. I mean, not like everywhere,
Right.
but yeah, I mean more so than ever before. Yeah.
Okay. What's the most craziest thing that's happened so far from a fan or someone, Ryan? I saw at a concert
You
someone
said
had
the craziest thing in general?
well, since you guys are big shot rap stars now.
Ryan's been
me-
signing people's foreheads lately.
I've signed some foreheads. I got really into balcony diving
Clearly.
on this tour.
I watched it on YouTube.
Which I've kind of cooled down. I've had many hard talks with both managers and parents. Hey, buddy. So I've had to kind of cool it. But there was a point in the tour when it just got a little higher each time.
A little bit
and
higher.
Each time I'm just like, this is fucking crazy.
He was like
I gotta keep doing
a
this.
straight adrenaline junkie. Like if there wasn't a balcony, he'd be like all bummed out before the show. I'd be like, man, what's the matter? He's like, it's not a fucking balcony to jump from.
But for you, it's just been pretty business as usual?
In terms of the tour?
I mean, you know, just recognition now.
Recognition, it's... you want to always be in a place of gratitude with any sort of newfound fame or fan base expanding. It's like, this is what I've worked my whole life to get towards. And there's times where you pull up in the bus and you get out of the bus and there's people there waiting for you and you haven't brushed your teeth and they want to take pictures and but they're there for you, and you have to remind yourself that like there's people that love the music that you've created. This is what you've wanted. Don't be a dick. But you know, there's times where you get exhausted.
Right.
And you want to turn that off, and I want to go out to dinner with my girl, and I don't want to be Macklemore at the table, and I don't want to take pictures. I just want to be with my girl at the dinner table. But you don't get that.
Right.
But at the end of the day...
Put it on the scale.
Yeah, you put it on the scale, and it's like...
Everyone hates you, or take some pictures?
Yeah.
Or everyone
could...
Or no one knows who you are.
That sucks.
And you're living in your parents' house. And it doesn't
Making
look
music.
like this place.
Making music in the basement, uploading it on MySpace.
Yeah, exactly.
That
So
sucks.
it's changed, and it's all been positive. And you just have to remind yourself to be grateful. And the fans are the reason why we're here, why we're at where we're at, and we have, you know, I feel like every artist is like, we have the best fans in the world.
No, you guys go hard. Sharkface Gang
But
goes hard.
Sharkface Gang goes really hard.
What is Sharkface Gang? Can you explain that to me, please?
No.
It's a secret society, all you access trust?
No, you know, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago? Maybe 2.5. Let's go 2.5.
All right.
We were on tour, and we were in a really, really small town in California, and this dude tweets it out as kind of like I think you were just thinking of gang names, and, and you threw out Sharkface Gang, and it was like, oh, yeah, that's okay.
Sounds kind of cool.
And then the next day, 3 fans show up, and they had like hella official, like printed Sharkface Gang shirts with sharks and Irish bandanas over their mouths, and they were like, "Sharkface Gang, we're ready." And we were like, "Well, that's that." And then it just took off.
Gangs of Seattle.
Yeah.
So, how does your grandfather feel about this, Mr. Bob Barker? Question mark.
Mr. Bob Barker.
Is Bob Barker your grandfather?
Step grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's happy.
Wow.
And he's drunk right now.
Bob Barker is drunk.
Bob Barker is shit-faced drunk right now.
Playing Plinko.
Yeah. With his balls.
That's ready to do it.
Bob Barker is he's probably by the pool right now getting a nice, bright, vibrant shade of orange.
Nice.
And sipping a mojito, sleeping, and just chilling out.
Listen to Can't Hold Us.
Listen to Can't Hold Us.
Picture that.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, just take some questions. Anyone wants to ask anything to Macklemore, Ryan Lewis? Don't be shy. What's up, man? How do you stay motivated, Macklemore, on the world tour?
It's tough. It definitely is tough. try to just be healthy as possible. I stretch. I do vocal warm-ups.
Tybo?
I do a little bit of Tybo. I do a little bit of yoga. I do a couple push-ups. You can't really tell because I kind of stopped recently. But, you know, you try to just get in the place of, I really treat each night like, okay, if this was the last time that I could step on the stage, what would I want to leave here? And get in that mentality of like, this is it. And the people, you know, a lot of which have been lined up all day long. Like the minute that I step on that stage, any momentum that I might be lacking, or if I'm tired or if I'm sick, pretty much gets made up with the people's in the crowd. Like their energy completely takes me there. So, you know, it's being healthy, but it's just, again, it comes down to gratitude and being like, these people have been waiting for this show for months. And if I don't bring my A game, like, I'm not doing my job.
Anyone else? Take two more? Yes, sweetheart.
How do you stay so modest?
He's a jerk.
How do I stay so modest? I'm just a human being. It's,
He's human.
It comes down to humility and being a person. I was just raised by my mom. You're not shit. In a good way. You're not shit. Like,
my mom told me that too.
Yeah. It's really important, and I think that any time that, you know, you get acknowledged for an art, or, you know, if you're a celebrity in any capacity, not even to say that I am, but if you get put on any sort of pedestal by the people, you're immediately you're separate in some way, and I don't believe that. I think that that's all man-made. In the spiritual sense, I'm no better, no greater than anybody else, and I try to keep that at the forefront of everything that I do. And I think that that's, if there is a success that's happened, it's because I put that at the forefront.
One more.
What role do you think each other played in each other's success?
Good question.
Good question.
What role did you guys play in each other's success?
I think that I think it's very hard to find somebody that across the whole spectrum of not only making music but artistic spectrum, friendship spectrum, that you can work with for a matter of years, and then after those years still be excited for whatever is about to come up. And I think that at the forefront, we're very, very good friends. And what? I'm trying to answer this. Repeat the question.
What role do you think you played in each other's success?
I think that for the style that I have, for whatever reason, the way that he writes songs and the way that I write instrumentals fit for whatever reason, and complemented each other very well.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that Ryan has production that is it has a lot of like dips and crescendos, and it has a wide range of texture and just kind of emotion. And then my raps have plenty of emotion behind them as well, so they fit very well together. I think that Ryan not only is a producer, he's a director, he's someone that, you know, is really the foundation of any sort of visual creation from Macklemore and Ryan Lewis comes from him. And we do it all, you know, as a team, but he's the executor, and he's the one that sits behind that computer and makes it happen. So he's constantly evolving as not only a producer, but somebody that mixed medium and getting better at it. And he's been a huge part of why our videos are what they are. And those videos, again, have been the foundation of how we've connected with people. And
shout out to YouTube.
Word.
And I would add to that, too, I appreciate that. I would add to that, too, that kind of for going into make art, your taste and your interest in making stuff that isn't the same as everything else, and also kind of your standards for your art. How do you want it to sound? sonically, you know what I mean? Like, are we going to spend 2 to 3 weeks mixing this, like, et cetera, et cetera? I think that we have, from the jump, from the very beginning, when you have a small tool set to work with and you're wherever, have both valued that standard of kind of quality over quantity, making a song the best that a song can possibly be. And I think that that's now more than ever, I think that that's a hard value to find in a lot of artists. I think that people are cranking shit out all the fucking time. And I think that that's never been either of our interests.
That's not good. But Ryan, Mac, this has been real. It's been good.
Thank you.
It's been real good.
Real good.
YouTube Presents. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you, man.
Make some noise for Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. My name is B.Dot from rapradar.com. This is YouTube Presents. Shark Face Gang. I'm keeping this.